How come the city is always raising my taxes?
What about my home? It's not the same as the other homes that have sold in my neighborhood.
I haven't done anything to my house, and it's a year older. Why did the assessment change?
My assessment went up $1,000. Does that mean I'm going to pay $1,000 more in taxes?
Interesting questions, and common ones too. Perhaps you can relate to one or more of these questions about real estate assessments. Real estate assessment needn't be a controversial topic. Actually, once you understand how the process works, it really makes sense. In this program, we'll explain what real estate assessments are, why we have them, and we'll clear up some common misconceptions about real estate assessments. A real estate assessment is a valuation of your property for taxation purposes. In Virginia Beach, this is done by a staff of city real estate appraisers who estimate the value of land and buildings. The appraiser values each property using specific criteria. The location of the property, what neighborhood is it in, is it on the water, the type of structure, is it a townhouse, duplex, condo, or single family, the age, size, and story height of the home, the quality of construction, what kind of materials were used, does it have brick, wood, or vinyl siding, and finally, amenities. Does it have a deck or a pool? How about a detached garage? These extras add to the value of the home, and thus they increase your assessment. By analyzing how these factors affect selling prices, the appraiser determines the assessments of all homes in the neighborhood. The process of comparing similar homes like this is called mass appraisal. It is the most effective way of assessing properties in large municipalities. Now, the idea here is this. If a property sells for a certain amount of money, a similar property should go for close to that amount if put up for sale. Now, you may be asking yourself, why is it so important that each property be reassessed every year? Why not just use the price of the house when I bought it? This is not feasible because property values change over time. Your property may have appreciated or depreciated since you bought it. But why, you may ask, do we need an assessment? The assessed value of your property is used to determine how much you pay in real estate taxes. This allows all property owners to pay their share of the cost of community services. The assessed value of the property is multiplied by the tax rate. Real estate assessment times tax rate equals real estate taxes. If the real estate assessment on a property was $100,000, that number would be multiplied times the tax rate. For example, let's use a tax rate of $1.22 per hundred. $1.22 for every $100 of assessed value times $100,000 is $1,220 for the year. Each year the tax rate is set by City Council in response to citizen requests for numerous community services. Schools, fire and police protection, roads and libraries, just to name a few. So you can see real estate assessments are important. New residents of Virginia Beach may wonder when they will receive a real estate assessment notice. Notices of real estate assessment changes are mailed on or about March 1st and become effective July 1st. The Virginia Beach Assessor's Office is required by law to conduct an annual reassessment of all real estate, but you won't receive one unless your assessment changes.
So what if I purchase a newly built home in the middle of the tax year?
Or what if I decide to add a new deck?
The assessor's office appraises new construction and changes to existing homes 4 times a year. New homes, decks, and other alterations will be added to the tax rolls quarterly. Throughout the year, city appraisers visit new construction sites to inspect and measure structures. While there, they will conduct a room count, review the quality of construction, the types of materials used, siding, roofing, whether the home is on a slab, crawl space, or basement. After the site visit, the appraiser returns to the office to sketch the house on a computer. The square footage of the home, along with other structural data, such as garages and decks, is calculated. The assessor's office then verifies and enters this information into the computerized property records. Complete and correct property data is essential for accurate assessments. Appraisers use this information to assess the house not only when it's new, but also to value it for future assessments. Each year, a reassessment is conducted on existing homes. When your property is reassessed, the appraiser will be looking at representative homes which have recently sold in your neighborhood, not necessarily at your home. This is because the assessment of your house is based upon recent sales of homes similar to yours. Differences in age, size, quality, and amenities are also taken into consideration. At some point in the past, a city appraiser has visited your property, measured your house, and noted its characteristics. If you alter your property, say add a deck or a pool, an appraiser will then visit your house to update your property information. So your individual assessment is based upon a combination of factors we've discussed, and most importantly, recent sales in your neighborhood.
So what about big businesses? Don't they pay taxes on their property too?
Commercial buildings such as hotels, malls, and office buildings are also assessed based on their market value. In addition to selling prices, commercial values are based on rental and expense information. Now, what if you have a question regarding your assessment? You are welcome to discuss your assessment with a member of the assessor's staff who will verify your property record and review your neighborhood sales with you. During this review, you can point out why you feel your assessment should be different. Perhaps the appraiser is unaware of something affecting your property. If you're a senior citizen or a disabled person, the City of Virginia Beach offers a tax exemption program for those who meet certain income and asset criteria. This information is available on the back of your assessment notice, along with our phone number. Remember those comments we heard at the beginning of this program? Well, let's go back and revisit them.
How come the city is always raising my taxes?
In any given year, some assessments will go up. Some may remain unchanged, while others may go down, all depending on the market. However, since Virginia Beach is a good place to live and invest in real estate, most property values do tend to appreciate.
What about my home? It's not the same as the other homes that have sold in my neighborhood.
This is true. No two houses are exactly alike, and that is why assessments vary throughout the neighborhood. Appraisers do consider numerous factors, such as size, age, and amenities, for example, and adjust values as necessary.
I haven't done anything to my house, and it's a year older. Why did the assessment change?
While your home may not have changed, the real estate market is always changing. Most likely, families are paying more for homes in your neighborhood now than in the past.
My assessment went up $1,000. Does that mean I'm going to pay $1,000 more in taxes?
No. The taxes you pay will only go up a portion of the amount of increase. To calculate your tax increase, simply multiply the amount of change by the tax rate. A tax rate of $1.22 per hundred, for example, multiplied by a $1,000 increase in your assessment would increase your taxes by $12.20 for the year. Real estate assessments are important because they attach a value to your home. This is necessary in distributing the cost of community services equitably among the taxpayers. The staff of the assessor's office wants your assessment to be accurate. Answering your questions, discussing your property characteristics, and reviewing neighborhood sales information is very important to them. So please, feel free to contact the City Assessor's Office if you have any questions about your assessment. Remember, they're working to help you.